I'm excited about that. So let's jump into this next episode of Basketball 55. The No Backboard Basketball League Social Club is celebrating Basketball 55. Again, as the NBA celebrates 75 years of being in business, we are celebrating the first 55 years of basketball prior to the NBA, the era that laid the foundation for the NBA to be what it is today. This quote we have here, DJ, reads, as we see, African Americans have leveraged the game of basketball to enhance lives, solidify communities, participate in the free market system for over 100 years. The most identifiable basketball franchise in the world is not an NBA team, but the Harlem Globetrotters. Consistent with the modern story of Black basketball, the Harlem Globetrotters only enjoyed, get this, a few years of ownership by an African American. Manny Jackson sold 80% of the company to a growth fund in 2005 after 12 years of majority ownership by an African American. So Manny Jackson, I believe, is a former Globetrotter who eventually put the resources together and actually bought the Harlem Globetrotters. So there's a period of about 12 years where the Harlem Globetrotters were actually based out of here in Phoenix, Arizona, where we are.
Oh, wow.
And was majority owned by a Black person. And that's amazing because when you think about the Harlem Globetrotters, if you don't look underneath the hood, you could literally think that at some point they were owned by an all-Black owner. But the point with this statement is that for over 100 years, Black Americans have been leveraging basketball as a means of social mobility, education, employment, wealth creation, as used as a vehicle to solidify communities. We see that even today with celebrity games, volunteer games, fundraising games, and also to participate in the free market system, right? Putting together a basketball product or service and then going out there and earning a living with that. We've been doing that for over 100 years. So much of what we see today in youth basketball and training, Kevin Garnett buying the Hoop It Up franchise, etc. We've been doing this for a long time. But my question is always, DJ Muztard, is with this level of historic participation, you would think that we, at the highest levels, we would have more ownership. Mm-hmm. That after 75 years, the NBA only has one team that is majority owned by a Black player, and he so happens to be considered the greatest player ever by some. So it only makes sense in this modern era that would be the dude that would end up with a team.